Originally from Australia. Really cool to come up to another part of the country that's seen such a huge growth in terms of community, in terms of giving back. So real quick, can we give everyone Scott and DLT a massive round of applause. So real quick, we have a fiat to crypto exchange here in the UK. It's called Fifo. We just had our first birthday on Thursday this week, so we've been in business over a year. We started in the bear market, which was pretty ugly, but we still came out the other side. We didn't do an ICO, we didn't do any debt, and we funded it all on our own. So that's quite an achievement to do it in this particular market. So I'm very proud of what we bought. And just as a little bit of a gift, if you stay all the way to the end, it shouldn't be too long from now, I want to give back to everyone in the room as well, a big discount for allowing us to come here and share. So what I want to talk about today really is about crypto, about the human species, about kind of where we're going to go. Real quick, people in the room, who is more of a crypto investor or crypto hodler? Raise your hand. Yeah? Awesome. That's great. Next question, semi-relevant. Which of us are more of like a day trader, more of a in and out, weekly, monthly, that kind of stuff? Okay, a little bit less, that's still great, still good. And it should be everyone who's kind of really sick and tired of the financials, the institutions, the middlemen that tell you what you can and can't do with your own money.
And I'm in it.
Right. So, where have we kind of come from? Think of us as, not just finance for a second, but think of us as a species, as a people. We started off as a decentralized species, right? We were hunters and gatherers, we were farmers, we traded with each other one-to-one, and wanted to do bigger trades. We went to towns, markets. We didn't just exchange commerce and money and goods and services. It started becoming ideas. It started becoming infrastructure. We turned into cities, and suddenly our civilization became centralized. And when we were centralized, we had reliance on other people and other servers, other middlemen, to live our normal lives. And we fast forward to days like now, we've got Facebook, we've got Twitter, internet, banking, travel. All of these parts of our now normal lifestyle that wasn't normal a couple hundred years ago, we expect to get value for what we pay for it. And for some of that value, it comes as free, right? We have free email, we have free social media, free banking, free trade, free travel between certain countries. But it does come at a price, doesn't it? We don't just pay for it with money, we pay for it with our privacy. We pay for it with our financial information, what we're spending, what we're doing with it. And then we get categorized. We get put into a nice little basket, a nice little bucket that says, yes, you can do this, no, you can't do that. If you're a retail investor or a retail trader, there is stuff that you will never get access to because you don't make enough money. You're not one of the rich ones. I've felt this myself firsthand, all jokes aside about, the Commonwealth, Australia, and the rugby, and the cricket. Don't want to talk about that, by the way. Is that when I first moved here 9 years ago, it took me over 3 months to start a bank account. 25-year-old, £25,000 in the bank, saved up a long time to come over here and start money in life. It took 3 months to get a bank account. It took me nearly 3 months to get my own place to rent. So I was doing the couch surfing thing, not because of the lifestyle, because of necessity. The only way to get a telephone number was falsifying my proof of address. I borrowed someone else's Virgin Media statement, covered over the address, put my own one in there. That's pretty crap, really, that in this day and age we have to go through all these hoops, just to try and get the basic thing and basic necessities to live our life. And when we talk about crypto, we talk about the unbanked. There's always this big number, there's 3.5 to 4 billion number of the unbanked that don't have access to financial services and remittances, etc. I think that number is a lot higher than that. I think that number is closer to 6 billion people that doesn't have access to basic financial services. If you even just not be able to bank with each other, that's only one service. Think about people that send money home for their family. They can get a bank account, but it costs them through the teeth to be able to send it, which is why the XRP technology is so groundbreaking. All those people that make our coffee, our sandwiches, drive our cars, paint our houses, that are builders, that are people just like me. My background's in IT and cybersecurity, and I couldn't get a bank account in what do they call it, the financial capital of the world in London. What's that about? So I think the unbanked isn't just people that can't get a bank account, it's people that can't transact with people of their own era. And we saw this at the height of the 2008 financial crisis, didn't we? all the money, all the hard-earned work that we put into it to do the right thing, to go to school, pay our taxes, to try and build something for ourselves, and all this money went into the hands of the bankers that filled it full of drugs, we call it leverage, loaded out to people that couldn't afford it, and created all these new exotic little financial tools that eventually blew up in their faces. Which ironically was the same year that Bitcoin was invented, wasn't it? It was 2008, 2009. A decentralized peer-to-peer currency that's controlled by nobody, that everybody can use. And think about how anti-banking is that? Something that everybody can use with no barrier of entry. Anyone with something as small as a smartphone can transact with each other. And that was kind of the dream, wasn't it? And now you can see by just the people that are in this room, how savagely we will defend on what we deem to be necessary for financial service, what we all deem to be fair. Banks, governments, central banks, they are all running scared of you guys, of us, the ones that want to move forward with society, wants to move forward away from movement and provide help where it's exactly where it's needed. Just like your example before, sending money to hurricane in Florida instantly. That's what it should be about. Not about making money, not about making stuff better, about getting aid. That should be one of the first things that we aim to do. And for all of our hard work, for all of our, trying to do the right thing, trying to do the good thing, trying to, give back to others, we still get branded as crypto is used by criminals. As if fiat currency's never been used to buy a weapon or sell a drug. Right? It's just the dumbest argument they have, but it's all they've got. It's all they've got. Now they are getting a bit better, aren't they? 5 years ago, Bitcoin, crypto wasn't even the news. And when it was just price action. As little as a few months ago, in the US Senate, they're using words like Bitcoin, DLT, Ethereum, and even shitcoin. So their education and their language is developing, which is really a good thing. As soon as we get governments and regulators on side, we can start to develop better services for everybody. And one thing I think I'm most bullish about, which XRP and a lot of other platforms are going to start to revolutionize, is DeFi. Does everyone know what DeFi is? Decentralized finance? Raise your hand. A few? Handful? So, good, in the right place. But what is DeFi? Decentralized finance is going to be one of the, I think, the easiest way to get mass adoption, right? I think for blockchain, you get a really good chance to get out there, to really build upon, to be used by the biggest infrastructures in the world, is going to be through finance. And decentralized finance is something that we can all take part in right now, and what the big boys are going to have to catch up with in the future. If you think of DeFi just as a bunch of smart contracts, very, very well written, and very fair to use, as simple as something like a vending machine. I put £2 in, I want to buy that chocolate bar, I get my chocolate bar, I get my change. That's essentially what a smart contract does. But now what we're seeing is as a lending and borrowing platform, at the moment it's mostly around kind of margin and lending, but it's a way that we can get a good return on our investments. Now if you think about crypto purely as an asset class, you buy it, it goes up and down. You can't get a dividend from it, or not any of the normal ones anyway. With DeFi, you can take something like a stable token, like DAI, USDC, even Tether, place it into a smart contract so someone else can rent it off you and you can get a good return. Now, a lot of the guys that are taking these other positions, taking the other side of the trade, as we would say, they're the ones that are paying to do the rent. And that's fine, they can pay the rent, they can get wrecked, or they can make money, it doesn't matter, we're still going to have a return in the day. Now, if you're a traditional investor, someone that's never done crypto before, you always ask yourself a few questions. Anyone that's been through other business or other property, you're going to ask yourself before you buy anything, right? What's my upside? What's my downside? Who's holding my money? How do I exit? How do I exit? So as we say property, for instance, right? What's the upside of property? Price can go up. I can collect the rent from my tenant, right? Good deal. What's the downside? Tenant can wreck your house. Government can change the rules, which they have recently. They can change the taxation rules, which they have recently. And I have to leverage up really hard to even buy that house. I have to put 5, 10, 20,000 pounds down to get a £100,000 house. It's not exactly good maths, right? It's about stocks and bonds, regular investing, regular equities. Prices could go up and down, sure. I can get a dividend, okay, great. I don't have to put as much in, that's another positive, great. But what are my downsides? Price could go down, I can lose a lot of money. The stockbroker I'm using could get embezzled. Who else has been there? Who's been to a stockbroker that's been embezzled before? Absolute ball ache if it's in the US. I've spent $15,000 stuck in a stockbroker that I can't get to because the CEO is stealing money. So even the stockbrokers you're putting your money with aren't to be trusted either, right? What else is happening? The businesses you're investing in, those CEOs or those board of directors can match your money. And at the end of the day, yeah, you can get out whenever you want, but that doesn't make for a good investing strategy. But with DeFi, what we can do is we can get a good fixed rate of return, 8, 10, 12%, which we mentioned earlier before as well, on our investments. The downside is, well, it's a smart contract, so I'm responsible for my keys, but no one else gets my money, which is really a good thing. There could be a bank run on that particular type of crypto at the time, but the good side about that is that a lot of these decentralized finance contracts are over collateralized, meaning for every £100 there's usually £120 of assets. So that's a good thing. Who's in control of my money? Well, you're in control of your own money. You hold the private key, right? And how do I exit? You exit the same way you came in, through the same platform, nice and liquid, and you're not locked out at all. So the future is good, I think, really, for decentralized finance, for crypto, for gateways. You have to take your responsibility for your own finances, because really we should be able to make our own decisions. We should be responsible for our own finances. And I think if more groups like this existed out there that were freely exchanging knowledge, freely exchanging skill sets, and using really great platforms to pass on value, then the sky literally is the limit, and beyond what we can do. So as for coming to share with you today and giving me a few minutes on the stage, which I want to thank you again very much for, Scott. If you were to sign up to get Fifo here, and you can sign up to the site, you do your KYC, it takes less than a few minutes. Have a look around the site, see if you like it. You take the code, which will be DLTUK right now. When you go to trade, if you put that promo code in, we're going to give 50% of all of the fees for your first 7 days. And that's just a gift from me to you, because I feel that value should be passed forward. We're not in this business to make a lot of money. We're in this business to connect as many people as possible and to add as much value. So what we do is a little bit different than other exchanges. We do feed in, we feed out. We want to be the best frictionless on-ramp there is. We don't hold your crypto for 5 days. We don't do lockups. That's just crap. The second that the capital hits, the money hits our bank account, our API picks it up and we credit your account instantly. We have air gaps in the system designed by default, so it makes us less risk for hacking. So our bank account, our cold storage, all that kind of stuff is completely disconnected. Doesn't mean we have manual processes for anything, it just means we take our security exceptionally seriously. Because at the end of the day, we're connecting the old world to the new world with your money. And if you're going to trust me with your money, I'm going to take the greatest care of it as possible. And that's what we do at GetFit. So I want to thank you everyone for allowing to speak on the stage today. I hope you have a safe travel home. Please look us up on all of our social media. If you have any questions, please reach out.
Guys, first and foremost, thank you for coming. There's a few familiar faces here as well that I've seen before, a few events, and a few people come from abroad as well, right? Netherlands, LA. It's pretty crazy, but that's cool. First and foremost, my name is Tori. Many of you might know me as a wizard or CryptoWizard, and you might also know the CryptoWizard brand now. So I just wanted to take a short while just to introduce you to what's been 8 months in the making now. This has been a huge project, and the aim is to change the crypto educational space and actually change how newcomers can come to the market. A bit like what's just been covered in terms of the unbanked and the wealth gap that has been formed over many, many years now since the recession. The aim is to get people back into a whole new asset class, all different kinds of investments, and kind of get themselves set up for what could potentially be the up-and-coming recession. As you know, if you guys follow Love for Crypto, you will know it's been covered many, many times. There is definitely a recession on the horizon. There is big, big things coming, and it could be a lot worse than 2008. And we've decided in a market that is very heavily saturated right now. I'm sure you guys have seen it many times over, whether that's stocks, forex, or crypto. You will see it time and time again. It's all about lifestyle, lavishness. They sell you a dream. They try and get you enticed, whether that's holding cash to their ears, doing all kinds of crazy things, taking pictures on the phones in suits. We've decided and we've realised that one of the biggest things we've realised in particular, especially when it comes to even XRP or Ripple or any of you that are invested in the crypto market, you know that we are trying to strive for an institutional adoption. And that means to gain that, we have to become professional. We have to leave this wild, wild west that cryptocurrency currently is. We are currently in pretty unregulated waters. It's pretty uncharted territory right now. It's pretty wild on many things. You can get away with quite a lot of drastic things right now. And we've realised the same way that we need institutions on board, via regulation and all kinds of professionalism, we've realised to actually gain a real genuine audience and a whole new wave of people that can understand trading, investments, and set themselves up for potentially the next phase of an entire global monetary system and life. We've had to go down a much more corporate, professional route as well. So we decided, what you've probably seen before, everyone has online courses, everyone has videos, they have PDF books. It's very generic, it's very boring, and there's just too many to choose from. It's very bland. So what we've been working on for 8 months now is a platform. It's never been done before. We've never seen this in the crypto space yet, on an educational perspective. And we've decided to branch out and make it more immersive, make it more eye-catching, and actually make it fun. So we will be revealing very few bits here and there, and I'm sure you want to give a quick disclaimer as well on what's...
Yeah, so I don't know why. My name's Dylan, I work with Tori, I've been friends with him for about 3 years. Friends with his old business partners as well, but life goes on. So effectively, we've been working together and living together for around 8 months. And I think it's been every night around 3, 4, 5 a.m, so a lot of our tweets kind of come out in the crazy hours. So, but I think we do sleep and we do get enough hours. But effectively, what we've been working on, as Tori stated, is a platform. There's a lot more than just education in here. It's going to enhance your trading ability, but also allow you to monitor and really create your own trading experience. So we wanted everything to be fully customizable. I think the only thing that I wanted to quickly state was that this project isn't done. We're about a month out, maybe 3 to 4 weeks. There's 36 people working on it currently in 4 different countries. So we've managed to put together a quick version. This is like version 3 of the platform, and there's going to be about 6 more to come in the next 3 weeks. The data that's being fed into this is artificial, so it's only for your viewing. So don't worry about, Bitcoin, if the price says $15,000 in it, don't run out the room and start buying it. It's completely artificial. There are features on here that we've spoken about on Twitter that not many know about or know to an extent. So again, if you are taking photos or if you are sharing to your social media, just remember that this isn't the final thing, and a lot of what you're seeing might change, but the idea behind it, the fundamentals, the way it's going to make you learn or develop your trading path, the fundamentals are there. So I think this is, just to explain, this is the login page. This isn't where you gain access to it. This is your own login page. So you can see that it's a members platform. This is a page that if you do get involved, you'll be seeing a lot, and this is the page that's going to unlock a load of doors. I'm not going to log in on this page because I've already done that, and we'll have a bit of an issue. But yeah, that works, right? So this is what we're calling your dashboard. Again, the top bar is changing, so I think the only reason it's changing is because there's 4 more things that we need to add at the top, so it's not all going to fit really. So you can see that there's a lot of features. We're not going to touch on all of them, but if you do have questions, I think Tori's going to do a Q&A after this, and then you can just go ahead and shoot your shot. So Tori, over to you.
So should I get on stage for this, or? Yeah, well, I'm a bit short, so I can't really reach up there. The first thing we have when you log in, so again, this is just a dashboard. This is just something you'll be greeted to every single day. It will be immersive, it will be adaptive, and it will be changing depending on what's going on in the world. So we've got the weather, that's the first feature over there, and even the graphics will be changing depending on where you are in the world. We'll be doing all of that stuff as well. So whether you're in an icy climate, a snowy climate, you could be in the suburban, you could be in the country, the images will be changing depending on where you are located in the world. So that will be right there every single time you log in. Now you'll realise here in the middle it says what are cryptocurrencies. Now that is actually the name of one of the lessons. So of course there's over 100 videos in the course, and there should be maybe a little more than that once we actually complete within 4 weeks. I'll be improvising and adding more content as well as we continue going along. So as you can see, I don't know if it's too clear, it says continue where you left off on top, and you've got a little guy there in a hoodie wearing a wizard hoodie, which will be available on the merchandise store as well. Upon launch, we will have the merchandise. There will be different hoodies and many other little secret things that we'll be revealing throughout the course of the course. And you can see that actually there's actually watching one of the courses as we go along. So wherever you left off, you'll be able to continue straight from that second, straight from that moment, straight back into the course. So because there are so many features you can actually see across on the top, you will not actually just be there for a course. It will be more than just the books and course. There will be so many different things you can be involved in that this will actually be a very small segment. So you can go back to that whenever you like. Now, over there we have status not live. So that will actually be static and blinking when the platform is actually live. Now, all that will be is whenever we're doing, like for example, when I do Instagram lives or like webinars, this will instantly switch and you'll get a notification in advance, and I'll get to that in a second as well. So what this will do is just show you that we will be going live soon, and when it's obviously static, we won't be live at that point in time. Over there we have upcoming events, so that would be, for example, Wizard Wednesdays, the Wizard podcast. If you guys follow me already, you'll know every single Wednesday we do a whole market breakdown for 30 minutes to an hour, and then we have a podcast every Sunday as well. So all this will do is just have a nice little reminder of when it's coming up, what time it will be coming up. If there's any delays, something goes down, you'll be notified all within your platform. So alongside that as well, there'll be meetups and many other members-only events and all kinds of different things we'll be doing as a community and as a collective. So anything that's important and anything that will be essential will be located over there. So going down as well, this is almost like not just a dashboard, but somewhere that you can just spend every single second of your day. So instead of just flicking between TradingView back and forth, or flicking between Google or all of these different plugins, the main aim of this is to ensure you never actually leave the platform and you have every single thing you needed. So a lot of you guys have DM'd me or messaged me personally saying, I want this, I'm struggling with this. So almost everything we've done has been embedded into the platform to ensure everything you need is here. So just little nifty things like to-do list whenever you want to showcase that as well if you want to do it.
Okay, so quickly, it's a very, very simple and user-friendly. I don't know, like I can type in, say, call somebody, or let me get it. Call X, and you click enter. You can tick it off your list, and you can just remove it like that. As you scroll down as well, this is basically a Twitter API that is coming directly from the CryptoWizard Twitter. So every time a tweet has been created, it will come straight there. And likewise here, this is I think we've written since April 220 articles, so 3 a day, and those are all going to be uploaded from day of launch, and thereafter there will be a minimum of 3 articles a day, and you'll be able to just click that and it will take you to the latest article, and then I'll let you touch on the calendar before I show it.
Yeah, so of course there's a calendar as well. We've tried to immerse that very similar to how the to-do list, making it kind of user-friendly as well, very easy on the eye, and just another place to keep up to date. Whether that's even a wizard-related event, even if it's on the dashboard up there, you can put it here as well. Or just in general, you have birthdays, it could be like a cat's birthday, it could be anything whatsoever. That can all go here, so I'll just let Dill show you that as well.
Yeah, so you can see that there's, it's all the way up until 2028, so it goes pretty in depth. So you can just click a date. If you already have a pin, I think the last one would have been around here. So you've got little pins, and then you can see check up on XRP trade, and you can click this button and you can rename it, you can delete it, you can change the day. Really, really simple. So I can change it to there and then go back to September, and it should be there. Boom. Again, this is just as another disclaimer, this is a very, very small feature of the platform. It's almost like something that we just wanted to be our home for everything. So even I think me and Tori will be working from it, where we're just planning the next update or the next feature. The next page is going to be the course page.
So this isn't actually finalised yet, this will be changing as well once we're live, but the general gist is we've got 7 chapters overall, going from the absolute A to Z of everything I know, everything these guys know, everything the community's taught us, and everything we've just gathered along the way. So a lot of you probably don't know, I'll let Bill skip through that quickly as well. So we've got all individual lessons, all of the individual chapters broken down, whether that's literally the absolute basics of cryptocurrency, whether that's into the ledger technology, whether that's literally just the basics of blockchain, or what Bitcoin is, what Satoshi is, how it all started, even the absolute basics. And they're broken down. Chapter 1 in particular is broken down into period animations, something you guys might be familiar with my content. It'll be broken down very easy on the eye, and to be honest with you, even a little kid can probably pick this up fairly quickly if they abide by the principles. And as we start skipping through the chapters, it gets not progressively harder, but it becomes a bit more intense in terms of knowledge. You can learn how to analyse charts, you can learn how to actually manage your investments, whether that's profit-taking strategies, selling strategies, dollar cost averaging, which I know a lot of you guys are familiar with, all the way down to becoming your own bank using many different crypto platforms to actually spend your cryptocurrency, convert it to fiat, and there will be a lot more of integration within the platform coming in the future as well regarding that. But overall, we just wanted to make it very easy on the eye, very easy to understand. Each lesson will have an individual icon, so to speak, just kind of informing you on what it's going to be. There will actually be the names of the lessons when we go live. We don't want to reveal that just yet, but there is a lot of content coming in, and it's around 26 hours so far, overall in video content, and over 100 videos so far.
Okay, so as I think Tori said, that there's 7 chapters. We're just going to go into the first one, and every single one's the same. So the lessons haven't been uploaded.
Yeah, please ignore the video.
So just bear with us. This is a demo from Vimeo. So it's like a pizza. But effectively, this is where your lesson will be. The first chapter, I believe, is kind of like an animated series of 24 videos. So this would be chapter 1, and the first lesson, there you have it, it's what are cryptocurrencies, but it's not going to be a pizza. So as you scroll down, I think an important thing for myself and kind of like, I guess, all of you guys, when you're learning something, you like to make notes, you like to go back. So what we wanted to do was integrate something where you can just play this video. I'm not going to play it now, but you can also type and make notes, and then you have a download button, and you can just quickly press that, and it should just download into like a nice CryptoWizard notes paper, custom designed as well. So you'll see a lot of features throughout the platform that kind of are hidden, and it's going to take you a while to just go through all of them. I think when we counted last, there's around 100 features and then around 280 sub-features, which is again why it's taken so long, but I think everything's been thought to everybody else, like the consumer's benefit and just people in general, for the community. Yeah, and when you mark complete that, you can see that previously it's this bar here, and then so it's all, everything's is connected within the platform and communicating to one another. We're going to go on to, like, I think my kind of personal favourite, the Traders Hub page. Now again, full disclaimer, don't run out if it says, you know, Bitcoin or Ripple's at $5, because I don't know what it says. Okay, I'll let you go to it.
So this is, arguably one of our favourite pages on the entire platform. This is something we've teased on Twitter. A lot of you have seen, if you've been following me on Twitter, you've seen for 5 weeks in a row now, we've had just miraculous calls that come through with, like, as you know, absolute perfection. They've just come through time and time again. And it's actually gone beyond just technical analysis now. We've integrated all kinds of different features that other platforms or other websites have failed to kind of achieve. And we kind of found a gap in terms of a lack of real-time data. This is actually by the second. When we do go live, it will be 0.7 seconds.
Yeah, 0.7 seconds.
So every 0.7 seconds, there will be live data being streamed straight to your portal. So for example, the market cap will be live updating. So please ignore the percentage changes. As nice as that would be, that isn't currently the real prices. You will have graphs. You will, if you stop moving for a second, you've got the ticker right above. Again, this will be all of the major cryptocurrencies, and we may even integrate this more to everything you've seen in the market overall. Again, there are way over 2,000 cryptos now. Whether that will be the case in a few years' time, I highly doubt it, but any crypto here that's major or have a significant impact on the market will be on the ticker right above. You have your portfolio balance there, which again, what do you reveal today? Or?
I mean, it's very basic, so this is one of the first designs, but just so you understand, this is where, as I said, the 2 pages connect. So you can see the Traders Hub page here to import your portfolio balance, and you can import whatever you like, whether it's fake or whether it's real. So you just be able to click that and click this button and type in. We're also going to be able to integrate. We're just working with a few exchanges to integrate where you can select what exchange, and then it will be the data. I think will be more accurate with the price and stuff like that. But again, these aren't our actual holdings. I wish it was. But you can see all the data, all the charts are moving. You can add, you can remove all of these, and again, you can flip the charts and stuff like that to have the data represented a bit differently.
So it's basically giving you a view which other platforms have kind of failed to deliver so far. So for example, most websites you go to right now, or any kind of app or virtual portfolio app, you'll notice you have to refresh it consistently, or you have to close the app and start it up again. So we just decided probably the best way to do this is just provide you real-time information. So not only do you understand the market's going to stay on top 24/7, but absolutely everything is here. And you just do not need to leave these pages. Anything you could physically need, anything that's actually necessary when it comes to trading, investments, like let's just say you guys want to sell, you have a holiday coming up, you don't need to be consistently switching between websites back and forth, trying to refresh and compare all the data. So a good example of that as well is the live trades tab, which if we refresh that quickly.
It's only because it's demo data, so it's going to run out.
So again, any exchange, some of the major exchanges, whether that's the top 5 or top 10, it will show you every single live buy or sell that's occurring with every single exchange at any given moment. That's all real time, as you can see as well, and it will be once we go live. As you can see, that's currently Bitcoin, but if you go over to the BTC tab, that will of course be XRP, Ether and LTC as well. So we decided to stick to the main 4 that the majority trade and invest in. And again, especially for newcomers, it's much easier to stick to a very small few instead of just going, just nose diving straight into all the altcoins. We can stick to that first, then progressively over time we'll be increasing that as well. And again, in the top left corner, as you can see, the market cap, that will be the dive as well. Bill, if you could flip that quickly. Again, just another representative. As you've seen on other websites, there's charts that update every single day. We decided to just make it real time and show you a real live moving market cap as well. Percentage changes and of course the portfolio balance. And if you notice just below, it'll be showing you your profit and losses between a certain month or a certain period. You can customize your periods as well once we go live. We'll show you how much you've made, how much you've lost, and of course, in particular cryptos as well, again the top 4 that'll be up there in a live perspective. You can literally click those live price changing every single second or every single 0.7 seconds, and of course that's also reflected over there as well. If you go over to the BTC line, you can switch between line charts or candlestick charts. And again, that will just be another kind of confluence and another assistance to the overall trading view charts as well, which we'll get to in a second. We'll just go back to the line for a second as well. So many different line charts, they just always have one single line, but we've actually given a comparison. So you can peg this against potentially another cryptocurrency, another index. If in the future we do start seeing correlations between certain assets or financial instruments, that can all be connected and confluenced there as well. So, should we show below?
No, we'll do general. So, I'm more of a long-term trader, and I think Tory's like everything. So for me, this feature wasn't something that I thought of, instantly. It was something that Tory kind of really fought for. So I think maybe you guys might like it. It's a journal. So when you have a trade, you're going to be able to, and it's completed, whether you've won or whether you've lost, you'll be able to just add it all in here, and it'll be represented in a number of kind of charts, e-charts, so that you can kind of identify how your trading's been maybe over a year or over a specific time frame, and you can do it just like that. And then you just have a load of the charts that will move nicely when you go onto the page. What do you want to go on to next? Trading view?
Yeah, we'll show trading view. So it's got the wizard colours. Yeah. So the trading view platform, as you know, it's quite annoying if you do use trading view. If any of you guys, whether that's margin trading, long-term investing, if you are using trading view, it can get quite tedious having every single tab open on your computer. And the way TradingView works is very power aggressive. It can really consume all of your computer's energy. It can massively slow it down. And we realised if we actually just integrate it into the platform, yet again, it just stops you guys leaving the platform, needing to switch tabs. It's all in-house, all within your own portal, and it saves a massive amount of memory and actually intensive power on your laptop or computer as well. So for the time being, we actually have BTC, XRP, Ether and LTC. These will be fully customizable as well. You'll be able to log in with your own account. It will be just like using TradingView, but all within the platform as well. Now, I don't know if the watch this is here. You can log in as well. So again, you won't need to have separate charts on here and then go to your other TradingView and try and mirror them. Everything can be logged in straight away. Now, we haven't actually got it just yet, but there will be a preset watch list as well of everything I've mentioned before, if that's what I've invested in before, or what I've suggested is potentially a good crypto investment for the future. There will be a preset watch list as well for you guys to quickly flip between. And again, fully customizable. You can, whatever you want to do to this chart can be done if it's not already done on your own charts as well. And within the future,
Yeah, so I think I touched on it briefly. We wanted to make the platform your home for everything. So in order to do that, I think everybody has a differing opinion on what looks good and what doesn't. So we wanted to kind of give you guys the ability to make the platform fully customizable and change it. One of the ways, and it's one of 5 ways, so the first one that we're going to touch on is kind of this thing that I think we're calling them themes. This isn't how you're going to be able to adjust them. As I said, it's only a version. But there's going to be some sort of button around here at the top or something that's going to allow you to change the complete look of the platform. So here's, I think, 5 or 6, so we'll go through the first one. The one that you're looking at right now is just like the wizard purple, we will call it. So we'll go on to Smiley first, and you've got to give it a second to load because it's still working. So, you know, if you're feeling happy or whatever, you can see that it's all changing. If you're feeling adventurous, maybe you might want to go down to Army, Camo, and then you've got Galaxy, you know, a pirate theme. All of these have been like made by myself and Tori. All the content that you're seeing here, we've not kind of like outsourced any graphics or anything like that. So it has taken quite some time, but hopefully it makes you guys feel a bit more at home. So you've got a matrix one there, and a little bit of a pop-off, and if you're feeling lucky, then you've got a money theme. And I think we've got 200 themes in total. So I think we'll touch on the podcast page now.
Just to mention as well, the themes will not just be for the trading page, it will be for the entire platform. So when you do first log in, when you first enter, we'll have the general wizard theme. But once you actually select a theme, every single thing will change relevant to the colour of the theme as well. So whether that's the dashboard, the podcast page, it will be fluent throughout the whole platform. So again, as you guys know, the Wizard podcast, it will be integrated on here as well now for convenience. You will not need to go to YouTube or Spotify every single time you want to watch this. So we've gone for a more professional vibe with this as well and integrated it in a much more cleaner manner. So we're not going to be adding a kind of comment section just yet. We're going to save that for the future. But for the time being, we will allow likes, and there's something that is pretty cool. It took quite a while to make actually.
Yeah, that
It's
feature
just a little flame feature.
you just click it, you like it,
So again, adding to that kind of wizard vibe, that whole Harry Potter theme, the whole kind of magic side to it as well. And again, it's just an easy way for you to stay on top of the podcast. Again, some of you have only seen the recent ones. We're about 26 deep right now, so if you wanted to just, if you haven't even seen them before, and you are actually involved in the platform, it's all within here at hand's reach. And again, the top one will always be on top. And everything you need will be dated, it will be neat, it will be organised, and eventually, as we start progressing as well, that'll begin being categorised monthly, weekly, daily, whatever's easier for you guys, that is how you can do. And again, we're very open to input from you guys as well. I'm happy to take that in the Q&A as well. At the end of the day, this platform is for you guys. It's not for our benefit, it's for you. A lot of you have been requesting this for many, many months now, and even years. So every single thing we've inputted here hasn't just been off our own backs, it's been what you guys have requested as well, what you've suggested that you need to actually gain an understanding of cryptocurrency. So we are open to any form of input or suggestions as well.
I think the last feature that I think we're able to show today is the idea of advanced notifications. So one thing I like being a long-term trader is I like getting my 24-hour notification from, say, Delta or Blockfolio to really tell me how much I've made. And that's one of the features here. So we've introduced a number of types of notifications you can get. I think there's a total of around 90. So here's just like a little scroll down of how it would look. The first one is a 24-hour notification, which basically gives you a portfolio update. And then there's a few other features on the platform that we haven't got here to show to you today, but I guess you can see their logo and I don't know if Tori wants to touch on them, so Wizard Marketplace. Yeah.
Sure. So, as many of you know, I absolutely despise crypto Twitter. I hate crypto Twitter with all my heart, and the reason being is just due to the unprofessionalism, the amount of hatred on there, and just any of you guys involved in the whole crypto Twitter space. It's a pretty just leave it at that. Many of you know it's like a bloodbath. It's just everyone's attacking each other. It's superiority. It's just like a children's playground. So we've decided, kind of a collective, after moaning so much about Twitter and the whole crypto Twitter scene, they all kind of came to the idea that why don't we make our own Twitter specifically for the crypto community. So with me, will be a feature that will be integrated into the platform. It will be literally your own Twitter. It will be right within the home of your platform, and you can literally connect with any like-minded individual. A lot of personalisation will be available within WizMe as well. Again, whether that's avatars or that's the themes that will be integrated into there as well. There will be polls, there will be blogs. It will be pretty much 10 times more than what you can actually achieve within Twitter itself. And again, it will be a more like-minded community. The overall goal of the platform isn't just to have everyone and everyone in there, it's to have a like-minded community of like-minded individuals that are all achieving the same goal. We're all trying to get successful, we're all trying to achieve, whether that's a certain monetary goal, whatever that may be. It could even be a battle if you really want. If there are arguments on there, let it be. But the polls, whether that's polls, that can be presented in many different visual ways as well. It won't just be like a 4-answer poll on Twitter. There can be many different branches that we can't reveal today, but it's very, very immersive and there's much more features to that. So essentially you've got your own social media platform within the platform as well as a bonus. And underneath there, is that the marketplace?
Yeah, so we touched on how there's 5 different things that you can do or obtain in order to change the platform and make it your own. So we really went in on this one, and as I said, me and Tori did these individually ourselves. There's over 700 digital products. Now these products are products that you can purchase for using WizCoins to fully customize the platform to every kind of specification that you want. There's enormous amounts of choice, and I guess you guys will see in the comments when we start to reveal a few things. The only other thing that we've really got to talk about on here is Battle of Wizards, the Legends Path. So we're young, we like the idea of being challenged and motivated by challenge. So one of the things that we wanted to do was integrate a fun way to learn, and in doing so we thought of Battle of Wizards, which is effectively where you're going to go through the platform, you're effectively going to make achievements, and you're going to unlock what we call battle points. For example, completing chapter 1 of the course, you'll get a battle point. All of those battle points add up, and every 10, I think, at every 10, I think you obtain a rank. When you obtain a rank, you'll get a load of prizes, you'll unlock features that you never thought were on the platform, and obviously you'll be able to say to your friends that you became a legendary wizard and that they're just like a normal wizard or a magician. As weird as that sounds. The other aspect of the game is a game once you've completed and you've got your rank. It's a game that you'll be able to use every day, but it's gonna rely on you understanding the markets and really knowing how to trade and you'll be able to test your skills and earn points and cryptocurrency and other prizes. So we're really excited for that one. And I think that's all we've got. But there's a lot more.
There's a lot more that we would in the next few weeks. Or
if you're interested, then be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We'll be unloading a lot of all of it.
Superb. Has anyone got any questions for them regarding the platform or anything? What we can do, can either do a little Q&A in here now, or we was going to go into the other suite just for a bit of networking, a little bit of wind down, a bit of Q&A, anything you want to ask anyone, whether it's me, Kurt, Grace, Torre, anyone else who spoke today. So if we all just head in the other side and just start winding down, then if you want, that was great. That another round of applause for them.
Okay guys, that's the live stream's over for the day. We're going to go into the other room and hopefully we will next time you ask me to make sure that everybody has to check in, and I'll make sure that they turn up. So yeah, so that's the end of it today. I'm still going to do some live streaming later. We're all going to basically go into the other room and start winding down a bit. We have the zoo we are doing an interview with Curious on the Zoo at 10 o'clock GMT, which is it's nearly 7. That's 3 hours and 20 minutes. So set your watches. We're going to be live doing an interview with the zoo, and basically it's going to be done by Ferdy because I'm going to have a glass of wine now. He's saying no, but trust me. Trust me. Yeah. So thanks very much for joining us, guys, and we will catch you later. Bye.